a word in English, hedonism. Yeah, hedonism, which is from the Greek word hedoi, no, Hebrew word hedoi, which some people it serves as a religion, the religion of hedonism, whereby men believe that an ethical doctrine that considers pleasure or happiness as the highest good in life. You know, there are people in this world who believe that seeking pleasure and delighting yourself in whatever the world has to offer is the highest good that you can achieve in life, and people have it as a religion. And in the case examples of cities like Las Vegas, maybe you wouldn't wish in the least to be in that place 24/7. There's even a phrase that originates from Las Vegas where they say whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, to the extent that that place is in total impunity, total immorality, to the extent that that's the best place maybe in the world that you can pursue pleasure, with casinos and everything that the world has to offer. So people in ideal sense, since creation, have been offering alternatives to pleasure, which is not Christ. And to that extent, it leads us to living a life that Christ doesn't require of us. When we have other sources of pleasure that is not Christ himself. And that's not the pleasure in reference that we'll get to have an emphasis on. When Moses, who delivered the Israelites from Egypt, he had purpose in his heart, at least to suffer affliction that the Israelites were facing, rather than to join in the pleasures that were in Egypt. Yeah? Because in ideal sense, Moses could have chosen to be the son no, he could have been an heir to the throne, maybe to some extent to Pharaoh. And he chose not to dwell in that, and he chose this other part of pursuit, to join in toil and affliction. That when you read from Hebrews, the book of Hebrews chapter 11 verse 25, it gives you the reference of Moses choosing the other part of the world and not the other. So that's on the basis, and you may ask the question. I hope now when you ask the question, why are we looking into this? Then we'll get to realize that pleasure is the ideal sense that draws men away from God. And man pursues pleasure because he or she believes that in Christ there is no pleasure. And that is the role that as Christians we ought to do perfectly. When you are Christian religion, when you present your religion at personal level to be a boring religion, and people see you as someone who is really suffering in Christianity,